Hello there.
Hi folks, my name is Patrick Stewart and thanks so much for tuning back into my channel. Welcome to part 2 of the Sith Code versus Jedi Code. Today, we will analyze the Sith Code. Also, we will analyze how the Sith Code actually compares to the Jedi Code. If you missed the Jedi Code analysis, tune into my previous video in which we tackle that very subject. As evidence for my claims and analyzation of the Sith Code, I will only pull from the original trilogy, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, as well as the prequels, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. While analyzing the Sith Code, it helps to detach it from any appellations of good or evil and simply analyze it on the merits of the code itself. And don't worry, my friend John will be returning in future episodes of My Friend John Watches Star Wars for the first time. Without further ado, the Sith Code states, "Peace is a lie, there is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me."
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the White?
Though only briefly mentioned, Darth Plagueis is indeed canon. The first tenet of the Sith Code states, "Peace is a lie, there is only passion." And according to Darth Plagueis, remember why the Sith are more powerful than the Jedi, Sidious, because we are not afraid to feel. We embrace the spectrum of emotions from the heights of transcendent joy to the depths of hatred and despair. Fearless, we welcome whatever paths the dark side sets on us and whatever destiny it lays out for us. Now, passion is defined as strong and barely controllable emotion. The Jedi and Sith are polar opposites in this regard. While the Jedi believe there is no emotion but peace, the Sith teach that peace is a lie and there is only passion, barely controlled emotion. Here we have hate, love. Could we perhaps call this joy? Even bad guys have a sense of humor. Keeping in mind that passion is barely controlled emotion, Obi-Wan has an uncontrollable outburst of shock and even rage, anger, not to mention hate, as he prepares to duel with Darth Maul. You can see that he is barely controlled. We can see that both Jedi and Sith alike exhibit passion, uncontrollable emotion. So is peace a lie? Perhaps. Or maybe it's just temporary, but passion is certainly true. The second tenet of the Sith Code states, "Through passion, I gain strength." The Sith teach that by tapping into their passion, they're able to gain strength, which is the ability to overcome any obstacle. Watch as Jedi Master Luke Skywalker taps into his passion in order to fuel his strength to overcome the obstacle of his father, Sith Lord Darth Vader. Whether or not it was right or wrong, you would be hard-pressed to find any Jedi who was able to overcome a Sith without tapping into passion to fuel their strength to overcome the obstacles. Just listen to the words of Palpatine.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger.
You have hate, you have anger, but you don't use them.
See what happens when Anakin taps into his anger, into his passion, and his hate. He gains focus and overcomes Count Dooku. It would seem that the Sith Code taps into a fundamental truth, that passion does indeed fuel strength. The next tenet of the Sith Code states, "Through strength, I gain power." But what exactly is the difference between strength and power? Simply put, power takes into account strength and speed. How quickly can the obstacle be overcome? When it comes to the Sith, you can see this as a fundamental truth, even according to Yoda.
Is the dark side stronger?
No. But is your more seductive?
The results of passion-fueled strength and power simply cannot be argued with. Observe Palpatine flow through this continuum of force as he becomes angry and focuses his rage and hate into a speedy, powerful attack, dispatching 3 Jedi in quick order. And while strength does indeed grant power, it does not necessarily grant what Palpatine claims to be. This leads us to the next tenet of the Sith Creed, which states, "Through power I gain victory." Remembering, detaching appellations of good and evil from the codes themselves, we can see 7 major battles throughout episodes 1 through 6 of Star Wars. And in each one of those, we can observe which ideology between Sith or Jedi actually win the day. Peaceful, calm Qui-Gon loses to Maul. Impassioned Obi-Wan Padawan beats Maul. Darth Tyrannus, Count Dooku, handily beats both Obi-Wan and Anakin simultaneously. Provoked by Dooku himself, Anakin handily beats his opponent and literally disarms Darth Tyrannus. In a protracted duel between the Grand Masters of their respective orders, Darth Sidious conquers Grand Master Yoda in a display of passion, anger, hate, and cackling laughter, as Yoda seems to never be able to gain an upper hand. And let us not forget Luke Skywalker, who after hearing his father Darth Vader threaten his sister, taps into rage, anger, and hate, a passion-fueled battle, quickly defeating his father. And finally, we have the epic battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, formerly Anakin Skywalker. This one we can actually say Obi-Wan keeps his calm, though he does exhibit quite a bit of passion at the end of the battle. We'll give this one to the Jedi Code. So, Sith Code victories versus Jedi Code victories. We have a whopping 6 versus a measly 1, and that one even being questionable. The final tenet of the Sith Code states, "Through victory my chains are broken, the Force shall free me." And this lends a closer look, because are the Sith stating that they are being freed from something or being freed to do something? It would appear that they are being freed from something, since they actually mention their chains being broken. However, the last time we have seen a Sith in chains, in episodes 1 through 6, was only when Palpatine imprisoned himself under the guise of being a captive to General Grievous. And let us take a closer look at that phrase, "the Force shall free me," and look at the history of the Sith. From Darth Bane on, the Sith have a long history of being mutilated, scarred, and injured. In fact, it could be argued that their wielding of dark side powers actually caused many of their injuries, such as Palpatine. And you can even argue that they are imprisoned by their own injuries through use of the dark side. The cornerstone of a Sith's power was emotion. While the Jedi taught that fear, anger, and pain were negative emotions to be overcome, the Sith believed that they were natural and aided them in their survival. By harnessing their emotions rather than suppressing them, they believed they could achieve true power. Indeed, the Sith saw passion as the only real way to fully understand the Force. However, they also strongly believed only the worthy could control their emotions and use them, while the weak were ruled by them. On one hand, you have the Jedi who teach absolute aphorisms. There is no, there is no, there is no, there is no, there is no. No emotion, no ignorance, no passion, no chaos, no death. And in almost every sense, those are false statements. The Sith, on the other hand, teach that peace is a lie. While true, it is not true that there is only passion. There is a lot of passion, but it is not the only thing. However, it is true that passion gives strength, and strength brings power, and power brings victory. It is also true that through victory their chains are broken. However, through their utilization of the Sith Code, it is clearly seen that the Force does not free them. It frees them to act as they will, but it does not free them from their own injuries, from their own maiming, from their own mutilations. In fact, they imprison themselves. It is said that the Jedi Code represents the fantasy side most people dream of, while the Sith Code represents the reality only some people see. In conclusion, while suffering from a couple inconsistencies from the bookends of the Sith Code, overall, it rings mostly true and wins out over the Jedi Code. By no stretch of the imagination do we figure out which side I land on in the scheme of things. My name is Patrick Stewart, aka Darth Logos, and thank you again for tuning into my channel. In the meantime, stay nerdy with it, and I'll see you for part 3 where we cover the Gray Jedi Code.